Everybody, welcome to Bottom of the Bottle, another episode. I'm here with, by the way, my name's Kieran Murray. I'm here with my wonderful, talented co-host, Miss
Sherry Murray.
And we were just looking in this, at the camera in front of us. No high-tech equipment, it's just my Mac computer. Sherry was noticing, she said, I think I need to make a comment about the fact that, see that picture right there? Look at all the hair on that guy. That's me.
Trust me, I'm still married to the same man.
That's me with hair. Long time ago. So here's let's just
How many
tell
years
everyone.
ago?
A long time ago. So here's the thing is, I still have a full head of hair.
Yep.
We've never actually discussed this on the
haven't.
bottom of the bottle. So
Perfect.
you're going to be the first ones to know about it. So how many years?
Nick was 7, so
he's 25. 25 minus 7 is
18.
18.
Yeah. Woo,
So,
we've had some wine.
So about 18 years ago, her son, my stepson, Nicholas.
So was it only a year into our marriage?
Yeah, somewhere in
I
there.
guess it was. Okay.
So I convinced him to let me shave his head one time, and I bicked him all the way down. And so he was, I guess maybe he just wanted to, make his new stepdad happy.
He wanted to look cool.
And he did. So he looked really cool. He was completely bald, but he's in second grade. And so, So when I told Sherry, I said, he's going to go to school and his friends are going to be horrible, right?
He has kind of a big head.
Yeah.
And so when you shaved it down, he kind of looked like a chemo baby.
Yeah. So I said, shave me down so that at least when the kids make fun of me, say, well, my stepdad, he's bald too. So we shaved it down. We didn't bick it down. And then they all made fun of me because I didn't bick it down. And I said, well, go ahead and bick it down because I told Sherry, I said, you're the only one that has to look at it. I don't. So we bicked it all the way down to the skin. And I looked at Sherry and I said, what do you think? She goes, I like it better. And I said, well, you're the one that has to look at it. So I only see it when I'm in the mirror doing a video for Bottom of the Bottle. So I shave my head because Sherry has an infatuation with Vin Diesel and a bunch of other bald guys.
No,
It's true.
I have an infatuation with my husband who has a bald head.
If I didn't look like this, I'd look like that, right? Over there. And they're both handsome people. So let's get back. So Bottom of the Bottle, we talk about our experience. We pour a bottle, we drink the top half, then we come to you from the bottom half, and we talk to you about our experience at a local winery here in the Northwest. And we don't talk to you about the wines, how great they are, because our palates we can't tell you why they're that great. They're either, if we do a Bottom of the Bottle, the wines are good. If the wines weren't good, we wouldn't do a Bottom of the Bottle and say, this place is great, you should go here. And if we haven't done a Bottom of the Bottle for someplace it doesn't mean that we don't like the wines.
It just means we may not have gotten there yet, we may have wine here that we haven't.
Yeah, we can
only drink so much.
We only have so much time to do videos, right? So tonight we are drinking Sleight of Hand,
Yes.
Illusionist. Cheers.
Cheers, baby.
So we had a chance to go to Sleight of Hand up in Soto here recently. Phenomenal experience. We went up. We had actually contacted and connected with Daniel, the tasting room manager, via Facebook before we went up, and it was just a great experience. So, and actually, I'll show you. Actually, it was our first time in Soto, and when we got there, the cool thing was he had all the wine set up for us to taste, but he had this cool card for us, Sleight of Hand Cellars, and a cool card that was welcoming us to Sleight of Hand, and I thought, how classy is that?
It was super classy, very, very nice, and just kind of that added touch when you walk in. Everything was already poured out. You had the card. He also had the wine corky remover thingy.
Oh, the corkscrew.
Thank you.
The wine opener.
The wine opener for us that has the Sleight of Hand logo on it. I mean, it was just a cool experience from the moment we walked through the door.
Cool venue. The venue is actually pretty big. You could put 80 people in there easily if we were non-COVID times. So we'll definitely want to do some events there this summer. Hopefully, if we're back to normal, summer back to normal. But it's a big space, and we were the only two in the space at the time because they just got to doing some where they could bring you back indoors, and they were only doing one tasting at a time, which I can totally understand. And so we got there when they first opened, but a really, really, really cool space. I'll let you talk about the wines and what we did with that, and then I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to talk about.
I know what you're going to talk about. You guys are in for a little bit of a treat, actually. So one of the things, and we've talked about this so many times on many of our other episodes, is Karen and I have only been drinking wine together for about 4 years. And so our palates are extremely inexperienced when it comes to wine, being able to pick out the different flavors, textures, whatever it may be. So I think sometimes maybe people in the industry will say, "Oh, do you taste the leather and the tobacco on that one?" And sometimes we just have to just nod, and we have no idea.
Pretend like we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes I think that they'll tell us that just to see if we how we respond, I guess. So that they're laughing inside if
like maybe they're
giving us a rosé and they're like, "Do you taste the leather?" Which obviously is never going to happen.
I'm tasting a hint of the lawnmower with the perfectly mowed lawn. Do you pick that up? Why, yes, I do.
Oh my God. Okay, so anyway, the wines that Daniel poured for us, they were really, really good. And he even opened some bonus pours for us at the end that they were really special. And one of the things that Sleight of Hand has is they have they have a Syrah that is Rocks District. And one of the things that I told Daniel is I will be honest, I am not a huge fan of Rocks District yet. What I am really, really striving to do is figure out why I don't like it. Is there something that is different in this wine versus the other wine? It's so different and it's so funky that I'm super curious on how to find one that I really, really enjoy. So Daniel totally accommodated me and let me geek out a little bit and try some different stuff that they had. Karen, you actually enjoyed the Syrah that they opened that had some Rocks District fruit in it. But it was really nice to be able to just go through all of their wines that they have and have the different experiences with each one of them.
And it was cool at that time, because we were the only ones there, that we had Daniel's undivided attention where we could talk about every wine and why it was this and that and what it had in it. And so, once we get back into a normal time, that's probably going to cease to exist because there's going to be some more people in there. But man, it was a really great experience just to be able to hang out with Daniel. It's almost like, it was almost like he was at our house or something, just the three of us, geeking out about wines and stuff. And so
it was completely a private tasting.
Yeah, that's how comfortable it was. It was just really cool. But all the wines we brought home, the Illusionist, the Archimage, they're all really cool. All the wines we had were really good. I'm looking forward to going back and getting some more, actually.
It was really cool because as Kieran was posting pictures and stuff in our Facebook group, we had members of our group that were commenting, "Oh, you have to make sure you try this," or "Oh, you should try this," or "Oh, this is the best one ever." So it was really great to be able to see all of the interaction from you guys on what you like, and it just speaks really highly of Sleight of Hand that they've done a really, really good job, and there's a lot of people out there that really enjoy their wines.
You can't stop talking.
Okay, but I was at the end of a thought.
Well, I didn't know if it was the end of a thought. I'm just putting some on my mouth and you're at the end of a thought.
I know, but let's focus here.
All right.
So now that I've talked about the wine, why don't you talk about your experience and one of the things that you really liked about it?
So here's the thing for me, like when we go drinking wine, there are so many wineries, wine owners, winemakers that make phenomenal wines here in the Pacific Northwest. In Washington, Oregon, Idaho, they're just really, the wines are just spectacular. And we haven't found too many that we just don't really care for. Some we care for more than others. But the one thing that really sets it apart for us too is when we go to some place is what kind of experience we have when we're at a winery or at a tasting room. And so the first thing that sets things apart for us is when we go into a tasting room is how well do we connect with the people who are working there. And so obviously when we were at Soto, we connected with Daniel really, really well. Awesome guy. We would connect to him even when we're in a Soto. The guy is just an awesome guy. And Sleight of Hand is lucky to have him as their representative in Seattle.
He does a fantastic job.
The guy is just hands down really cool. And Trey, I'm sure you already know that, so we're not telling you anything you don't know. The second thing for us is what kind of experience do they have? What kind of, is there something that sets them apart from the people being really cool? And we've gone some places that, there's nothing super awesome about the venues itself, but the people set themselves apart. So I mean, there's some places we go to up in the Woodinville Warehouse District that, I mean, you're drinking wine in a warehouse. The warehouse itself isn't anything spectacular, but the people are pretty amazing. I mean, we go to Address and Page and Prohibition Cellars and Kestrel and Pondera and Ambassador and Sin and
Working. I mean, there's so many of them. They're just amazing.
And Wit Cellars and Story right next to them. And I mean, there's just, everyone is so cool, and they make the tasting what it is. I mean, there's great wines, but then if you have great wines with really cool people, really awesome people, it now takes it up another notch. And to me,
because the reality is going into a warehouse is not sexy.
Right.
But the way that everybody has a spin on each one of their individual spaces, they've really done a fantastic job of making it very, very welcoming and putting the sexy back into a warehouse.
And it's the people that are awesome. Now, then you go to some other places, like let's say going to Soto, and the places are a little bit different than being in a warehouse, although they basically are warehouses. There's in the Soto Urban Works, there's like 9 or 10 wineries in different parts of the buildings, but there are some larger spaces, and I looked at some of them. They are just decked out. They're just beautiful.
Yeah.
They have conference areas, and they have just really cool. Well, Sleight of Hand is one of those that has a really cool space, and you start looking around, and it's kind of a rock and roll theme, old time rock and roll, 70s, 80s type thing. This is when I grew up. And so I'm kind of looking around going, wow, what's going on here? So as I looked around, I noticed there was something that some of you will remember. If you're younger, you probably don't. If you're my age, you definitely do. It was a turntable, aka record player, aka phonograph. I mean, who's ever heard of a phonograph, right?
Ooh.
But it plays vinyl records. And I saw it sitting on their counter, and I thought, I wonder if that's even hooked up. Well, it turns out it's hooked up. So I was talking to Daniel, and he was saying, he showed us they actually have a fairly large library of old records from time when I was growing up. And he said, yeah, man, let's jam. I said, what do you want to hear? I was like, I don't know. What do you got? And he said, and he pulled out Kiss Alive 1. And I was like, play it. So it was like this. This is what it sounded like. Hold on.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. You got it. Got it, Spanish. Kiss.
And now you guys are getting a little snapshot of what happens when Kieran gets into his music geek out mode. Oh, honey. Just don't.
So,
oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh. We'll just set this over here.
This is nothing, obviously. This is on an iPhone. But when you have it...
Air drums. So, we'll just let that play on the side.
Can you turn it down a little bit?
No.
Okay.
We'll speak up a little bit.
Okay, and this is how it was in Soto, which was great.
So,
I mean, it was just us.
Sleight of Hand has this huge record collection. And so, we geeked out. Well, I geeked out. Sherry didn't geek out. I geeked out listening to Kiss Alive 1, drinking some freaking phenomenal wine. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Daniel. The word is on the street that I heard is that the record collection in Walla Walla is like way bigger, so I can't wait to go check that out. And so this is just good music. This is just good stuff. It makes the wine even better. So if you like rock and roll from the day, right? On vinyl, there's no, you can't listen to a CD and go, this is fun listening to rock and roll on a CD, or even it's like, go listen to it on vinyl and drink some wine like the good old days, like it was meant to be. I'm just getting down now. So that's the way it was when we were at Soto, and they got this huge collection. What they do is they will play like a side for you, and then if there's another request from someone else, they'll play a side of that album. So they're not playing song by song, it's a side of the album, right? So we listened to a side of Kiss Alive 2.
What is that, like 4 or 5 songs?
Yeah, about 5 songs, maybe depending on how long they are. So we listened to Kiss Alive 1 while we were geeking out with the wine. Now, for me, here's the cool thing. The venue didn't change at all. Not a single ounce at all. But with that music, it transformed me to another day, another time of my life. And I can sit there and remember that drinking wine, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is the shit. This is it, right? I don't know how many are like me. But if you like to listen to vinyl records with the needle, the needle on the tip there, digging into the grooves with some awesome old music, drinking wine, then Sleight of Hand, either in Soto or Walla Walla, that's your jam, right? So we're gonna go out to Sleight of Hand in March.
In Walla Walla.
In Walla Walla. So here's will be my request, Trey, if you're watching this. So I've heard that your record collection is way bigger, more extensive. So if it's possible that we can make it so that we're like the first tasting of a day or the end of a day, maybe if we're there.
Thinking the end of the day would probably
like
be
if
best.
no one else was there, if you could give me a key, if you could just give me a key to go in by myself and just crank the records and crank the music and drink your wine, of course, that would be even better, right? If you could leave me the key to the cellar and the music, you don't even have to be there. If you were there, it'd be more awesome, but I'll be honest, you don't have to be there if you don't want. I'll just stay overnight. If you could make it, if you could put a con out there, I'll listen to the music all night, right? But don't laugh at me. So that's just good music.
Are we done now?
No, we're done with that song.
Oh boy.
So
there's more.
yeah. So Trey, if you can make it happen, I don't know if you can make it happen. I hope you can. I just want to jam, and maybe there's someone we bring out there with us. Who knows? But then we're going to come out in May for spring release,
Yes,
right?
we'll be there for spring release.
And so anything we can do, I definitely want to have an event at Sleight of Hand out in Walla Walla. And we had never even been there. I just know it's cool. I think I saw where they were doing a remodel actually to the tasting room.
Okay.
So if that's the case,
Well, I don't know.
cool.
We've only seen the outside of it, and the outside is amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. So I can only imagine what the inside
We
is.
were out a couple months ago, but we couldn't get a tasting.
Yeah.
We
Which
went
just
to
goes to say that people liked you.
Yep, we bounced around to the places right around Sleight of Hand, but we couldn't get with our schedule. We could have gotten in, but with our schedule, we couldn't make it work. So we're looking. What we'll do this time is we'll make the reservations like a month out, and either before you open or after you open or something. I don't know, but I want to like listen to some loud rock and roll and drink some wine and just geek out on whatever we geek out on. I don't know if you can make it happen, but like if I was a Make-A-Wish baby or something right now, that's what I would want to do.
I like this song, so we can keep listening.
Strutter. Yeah. So if old vinyl records, old time rock and roll, 70s, 80s, that type of thing, and good wine is your jam, yeah, there's only one place that I found right now that's that place. That's Sleight of Hand. We're definitely going to do some events, both in Soto and Walla Walla, as long as they'll have us, of course, because that's my jam, and if I could put 100 people in each one drinking wine to that music, that's even my bigger jam.
We'll figure something out.
That's who I want to drink wine with, is people that can sit there and hang with me and listen to Kiss Alive or Tesla or whatever back from the day, right? So that's going to be awesome.
It is.
Woo! So anything else you want to add about Sleight of Hand? We had a great experience in Soto. We're looking forward to an awesome experience in Walla Walla. The wines are phenomenal. You're going to love all of them, I'm sure. Like I said, we're drinking the Illusionist tonight. And the rock and roll is amazing. So cheers to you guys.
Cheers, guys.
Hope you have an awesome day. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. Love you guys wherever you're at.